Good evening. Welcome to the Greenville High School Theater Club's presentation of A Christmas Carol. Our production is a 2-act show with a 10-minute intermission. Cookies and hot chocolate will be available in the lobby during the break. And we are conducting a door prize raffle as well. We ask that you please turn off or silence all electronic devices and to refrain from photography during the performance. On behalf of the entire GHS theater family, we thank you for your support. Enjoy the show.
Scrooge never painted out Old Marley's name. There it stood, years after, above the workhouse door. Scrooge and Marley. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley.
Sometimes people use the business called Scrooge, and sometimes Marley, but he answered to both names. It was all the same to him.
And Scrooge knew Marley was dead.
I mean, how could it be otherwise? Scrooge and she were partners for I don't know how many years. Scrooge was her sole executor, her sole administrator, her sole assign, her sole residuary legatee, her sole friend, and her sole mourner.
Once upon a...
Oh, but Scrooge was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone.
A squeezing, retching, grasping, scraping.
Covetous old sinner.
The cold within him froze his old features,
Nipped his pointed nose.
shriveled his cheek,
Stiffened his gaze.
Made his eyes red.
His thin lips blue.
and spoke out shrewdly in his grating voice.
Bah, humbug!
Even the blind man's dog appeared to know him, and when they would see him coming on, would wag their tails as though to say,
No eye at all is better than an evil eye.
"Come on, you!" The city clocks had only just gone 3, but it was quite dark already. It had not been light all day, and candles were flaring in the windows of neighboring offices, like ruddy smears upon the palpable brown air.
The darkness thickens.
The rain and snow and hail and sleet.
The fog came pouring in through every chink and keyhole, and the houses opposite Scrooge's office were but mere phantoms.
One might have thought that the nature was growing on a gradual large scale. Once upon a time, of all the good days of the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy at his counting house.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah!
Christmas? A humbug. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do! Out upon a Merry Christmas! What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough. Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this, friend? A Merry Christmas! What is Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer? Why, if I could work my will, every idiot that goes about with a Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake in Holy in his heart. He should.
Uncle.
Nephew, keep Christmas in your way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good has it ever done you.
There are many things in which I might have tried to good that I've not profited from, I dare say. Christmas among the rest. But I'm sure that I've always thought Christmas time, apart from its sacred human origin, as a good time, kind, forgiving, charitable time. The only time that I know of in the long calendar year where men and women seem to open their shop hearts freely and think of people below them as fellow passengers to the grave and not just another race of creatures bound on their journeys. And therefore, on the scrap of gold in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good. And I say God bless it.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. If I hear another sound out of you, Bob Cratchit, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder why you don't go to the parliament.
Don't be hurry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
No.
But why? I ask nothing of you. I want nothing from you. Why can't we be friends?
Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love.
Love, that is the one thing in this world more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
You never gave that as a reason for not coming before. Why give that as a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry. With all my heart to find you so resolute. We've never had any quarrel. But I've made the trial and homage to Christmas, and I will keep my Christmas humor to the last. So, Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon. There's another fellow, my clerk, going 15 shillings a week, and a wife and family, talking about Merry Christmas. Why, overtime to that love.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, Merry Christmas!
Oh, humbug!
Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Have I been interested in Scrooge or Marley?
Marley has been dead these 7 years. She died 7 years ago, visited every night.
We have no doubt that her liberality is well represented by her surviving partner.
Here, Scrooge is more than usually desirable now we face some slight deficiencies, but poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at this present time.
Many thousands are in want of common necessaries. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are still.
Oh,
I wish I could say they were not.
oh goody, I was afraid something had occurred to stop them in their useful course. I am very glad to hear it.
Under the impression that they scarcely very true mind or kind, a few of us are definitely quite poor to meet and drink and meet warm.
We choose this time because it is a time of all others, when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
What should I put you down for?
Nothing!
You wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I cannot afford to make idle people marry. I help by supporting the establishments I have mentioned, and they cost me enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it, and decrease the surplus population. It's enough our man to understand his own business, and not interfere with others. And mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Its uses to our point. Good afternoon.
Scrooge resumed his labors with an improved opinion of himself and a more facetious temper than was usual with him.
The ancient tower of a church, whose vocal bells always came down slowly down on a Gothic window, struck the hour with tremulous vibrations, as if its teeth were chattering in its frozen head.
The cold became intense. In the main street, laborers lit a great fire in the brazier, round which a party of ragged men and boys would gather, warming their hands in rapture. At last, the hour for closing of the counting house came.
I suppose you want all day tomorrow, it being Christmas.
It's quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it's not fair.
It's only once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pockets every 25th of December. But I suppose if you must have the whole day, be here all the earlier the next morning, is that understood?
God rest ye merry gentlemen, and helping you this day. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us souls. Scrooge returned home to bed. He lived in chambers which had once belonged to his deceased partner Marley. They were old enough now, and dreary enough, for nobody lived in them but Scrooge.
Fog and frost still hung about the flat gateway of the house, and it seemed as if the genius of the weather sat in mournful meditation on the threshold.
Now, let it be known that there was nothing at all particular about the knock on the door, except that it is very large. Let it also be known that Scrooge had seen this knocker every day in his residence, night and morning. So, let any man explain to me, if he can, how Scrooge, with his keys in the lock, saw the knocker, not the knocker. Put Marley's face.
Night and morning, morning
nobody in the closet. Close the door. Lock yourself in. Double lock. Humbug. It's humbug still. Marley? The same face. The very same. But a chain clasped around her middle.
Hey, now, what do you want with me?
Much. Marley's voice. No doubt about it. Her death cold eyes, too.
Who are you?
Asked me who I was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Marley. You don't believe me. I do.
I don't.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. The slightest order of the stomach makes them cheat. You may be an undigested a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese. There's more gravy than grape about you, whatever you are. Mercy! Mercy! A dreadful apparition. Why do you trouble me?
It is required that every man should walk abroad among his fellow man throughout his life. If that man goes not forth among fellow man in life, his spirit is condemned to do so after death. His spirit is doomed to wander through the world and to witness the happiness it cannot share, but might have shared on earth.
You are fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I make link by link, yard by yard, and of my own free will, I wore it. Is its pattern strange to you? Or would you know it? The weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself. Yours is as heavy and long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. You have labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
Speak comfort to me, Marley.
I have none to give.
7 years dead and traveling all the time.
Nor rest, nor peace. Only incessant torture and remorse. Mark me. In life, my spirit never walked beyond the counting house. And now weary journeys lie before me. No space of regret to make amends to opportunities misused in my life.
But you were always a good woman of business, Marley.
Business. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business! At this time of year, I suffer most. In life, why did I walk through crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down, and never raised them to that blessed star which led the wise men to a poor abode? Were there no far homes to which its light would have conducted me?
Don't be hard upon me, Marley, pray.
Really, my time is nearly gone.
I will, but don't be hard upon me.
I have sat invisible beside you many a day. I'm here tonight to warn you that you have yet the chance of escaping my fate. The chance of my procuring Ebenezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Marley.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance that you mentioned?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect them first when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take them all at once and have it over with, Marley?
Look to see me no more, and look that for your own sake. You remember what passed between us.
Wait!
Scrooge saw that the air became filled with candles. Many of them wore chains like Marley's ghosts. Some of them were linked together, but none of them were set free. Many had been personally known to Scrooge in their lifetimes.
The misery with them all was clearly that they sought to interfere for good in intimate matters and had lost that power forever. Scrooge tried to say,
When? Stop for a syllable.
whether from the fatigues of the day or his glimpse of the invisible world, he fell asleep in an instant. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Marley's ghost bothered him exceedingly. Every time he had resolved it within himself,
After mature inquiry,
that it was a dream. His mind flew back again like a strong spring released to its first position, and presented the same problem.
was it a dream or not?
A dream and nothing else. Who are you? What are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What business business brings you?
Your welfare. Rise and walk with me.
I'm much obliged. My bed is quite warm and the thermometers are much below freezing.
Rise! Now, walk with me.
Spirit, I am wanted alive with a bomb.
You shall be upheld.
Whoa! Spirit! Whoa!
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. You recollect the way?
Oh, remember it. I could walk it blindfolded. I was bred in this place. I was born here. The old bridge and church and the river that bows like and strut. And the schoolhouse. There's that parrot, a green body and a yellow tail, the thing of letters growing out of his head. There he is, but what good has it ever done me?
The schoolhouse is not yet abandoned. A solitary child, neglected by his family and friends, is left there still.
I know it. What was Christmas time to me but being left in that hall with a schoolmaster who glared with fierce condescension? Windows cracked in, and fragments of plaster fell from the ceiling. Dark and dirty, there I was.
Grown again.
Where all the other boys had gone home for the jolly holidays and father was. This is not an agreeable idea, Spirit. Remove me from this place.
Let us see another Christmas.
I apprenticed here.
No more work for the nine.
Why, it's the Fezziwigs. Alive again, it's the Fezziwigs. Bless their hearts.
Merry Christmas, Dick. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
Body shows. 1, 2, 3. Hammer in the place. 4, 5, 6. Bar and 10. 7, 8, 9. Clean away my lack and let's make lots of room.
Deck the halls with
that is the fact that he has the power to render us happy or unhappy, that he can make our services light or burdensome, a pleasure or a toil. The happiness he gave us was quite as great as if it cost a fortune.
Something the matter?
No, I would just like to say something to my cook, Bob Crouch, just now, that's all.
My time grows short. Quick!
Spirit, we are so much older.
Your face is not yet the harsh and rigid lines of later years, but it has begun to wear the signs of care and avarice.
It matters now. Another idol has displaced me.
What idol?
Gold. I have seen your nobler aspirations fall one by one into your massive passion gain in grocery. Have I not?
But I am not changed towards you.
Our contract is an old one. Because maybe we were both poor and contented to be so until we could improve our worldly fortune. You were changed, Ebenezer. When your fortune was made, you became another man.
In
What changed? Nature, an altered spirit, and everything that made my love any worth or value in your sight. Tell me, would you try to seek me out, win me over as you are now? Me, a dowerless girl, you who weigh everything by gain. And do I not know that your regret will surely follow? I release you with a heart longing for you men you once were, that you be happy in this life you have chosen.
Wait! Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more.
I saw a friend of yours this afternoon there.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. As I was passing by his office, and as it was not shut up, and he had a candle in his hand, well, I could scarcely help seeing. His partner, Marley, was on the point of death out here. And there he sat alone, quite alone in this world.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
Mr. Scrooge. Oh, Mr. Scrooge. Dear old
Take me back.
I told you that these are the shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Haunt me no longer.
Do not blame me.
Waking in the middle of a prodigiously tough snore, Scrooge felt he was restored to consciousness indirectly at the time, for the especial purpose of holding a conference with the second messenger dispatched to him through Marley's intervention.
Oh, good friend indeed.
Now, being prepared for almost anything, he was by no means prepared for nothing, and consequently, when the bell struck and no two appeared, he was taken by a violent fit of trembling. At last, however, he began to think as you or I might have thought at first, for it is always the person not in the predicament who knows what ought to be done. He began to question the source and secret of that ghostly light.
Look upon me and know me better. I am the ghost of Christmas. Would it apply to anyone on this day?
To any kind of given. To the poor one most.
Why to a poor one most?
Because he needs it most.
Who?
Miss Bob Cratchit, dressed out but poorly in a twice-turned gown, but great with ribbons. Belinda! 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 I was coming, Mother. As I said, I was coming.
Belinda Cratchit, also bright with ribbons. It's a wonderful pudding, Mother.
But suppose it should not be done in time. Suppose it should break in turning out.
Peter!
Peter Cratchit, father's shirt, no ribbons.
Suppose somebody should have gotten over the wall of the backyard and stolen it while I was making merry with the goose.
Oh, we have lots of work to clear away here, Mother.
We'll sit down before the fire and have a meal.
Father's coming! And Tiny Tim! Careful, Tiny Tim! Careful, Tiny Tim! Careful, Tiny Tim! Sit there! Sit there!
And how did little tiny Tim behave?
Why, as good as gold and bad. He told me coming home that he wished people saw him in church as he's a privilege, and it would be good for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made the late beggars walk in the vine sea.
Pepper! Pepper! Keep the pepper yourself. Put that. Put that. The pudding! The pudding!
I doubt the quantity of the flour.
Oh, there never was such a
Its tenderness and flavor.
The applesauce and mashed potatoes were delicious. It's a small pudding for such a large family, but blazing with brandy.
I consider it the greatest success of Miss Cratchit since our marriage. A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us!
God bless us!
Spirit told me would Tiny Tim live?
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
And what then?
If he be like to die, he had better do it, and decrease the surplus population.
And God bless Mr. Scrooge, founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon.
Now, my dear children, Christmas Day!
It should be on Christmas Day only, I am sure, when one drinks to the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. I'll drink to his health for your sake and the day's, but not for his.
To Mr. Scrooge,
Ah, and Peter, I have a situation in my eye that will bring in, if obtained, a full 5 to 6 pence weekly.
My Peter, a man of business.
they're not a handsome family. They're not well dressed. Their shoes are far from being waterproof, and their clothes are stained. But they are happy, grateful, and pleased with one another, contented with their time together.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 horns a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids and milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 brothers, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year, friend.
That's Uncle Scrooge, and that Christmas was a humbug.
Shame on him.
He's a comfortable fellow, that's the truth, but not so pleasant as it might be. However, his apprentices carry their own punishment, and I have nothing against him.
I'm sure he is very rich, friend.
What of that? He doesn't do anything good with his wealth.
I can't stand him.
I do feel sorry for him. I couldn't be angry if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims?
Himself, always.
Always himself. Another bottle, I think.
Only to say that the consequence of him taking a dislike to us, of not making merry with us, as I think, is he loses some pleasant moments which can do no harm. I mean, to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas every till he dies, but he can't help thinking better of it. Happy New Year to the old man, wherever he is. He was happy for me, but maybe have it nevertheless. To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge!
More wine?
Hold on. Yep.
The whole scene passed too quickly, in a breath.
We have much to see. Above the black and heaving sea, on its hill, being far away, we light on a ship. Stand beside the officers who have to watch, dark figures in their several stations. Yet, every man among them held a Christmas tune or has a Christmas song. Every man on board, waking or sleeping, good or bad, have a kind of word for one another on that day of the year. Unto foreign lands and poor houses, hospitals and jails, in misery's every refuge, humankind is made greater by their hope.
Forgive me if I'm not justified in what I ask, but I hear something strange and ragged. What? Wolfish?
Where graceful youth should fill their features out, a stale and shriveled hand like that of age has pinched and twisted them and pulled them into shreds. Where angels might have sat enthroned, devils lurk and glare out menacing. No change, no degradation, no perversion of humanity has monsters half so horrible in dread.
Are they yours?
They are man.
Have they no refuge? Have they no resources?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Tick-tock, tick-tock.
As the last bell ceases, Scrooge remembers the prediction of old Marley. He raises his eyes, beholding a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, coming like mist towards him. He fell upon a knee, but the spirit scattered gloom and mystery everywhere it went.
Are you the ghost of Christmas yet to come? A ghost of future. I fear you more than any specter I have faced, but as I know your purpose is to do me good, as I hope to live to be another man from what I was, I am prepared to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. When did he complain? Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
God knows.
What's he thinking of his money?
I don't know. Left it to his company, perhaps. As it left it to me, that's all I know.
Yeah, it's been a very poor funeral in my life. I don't know if anybody's into it. Supposed to be making a party in Collins here.
I don't mind going, if lunch is provided. Spirit who has died. I'm surprised that you should attach importance to conversations apparently so trivial. Not that I'm doubting that conversation has some latent law for my own improvement. I would cherish every word I heard.
Iron, old rags, bottles, bones, rusty keys, nails. Someone will give a sixpence. Chains, hinges, files, scales, weights, secrets.
Oh, the smell and dirt and filth and misery. Spirit who would buy and sell here.
Old bricks, drunken, slipshod, and ugly. Secrets. What secrets?
There's no going more.
Ain't gonna work on the door.
Come into the parlor. Come into the parlor.
Secrets? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. Old Scratch always did. And who's the worse for the loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose. A wicked old brute dead. If you wanted to keep him after he was dead, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had been, he'd have had somebody to look after him when he was struck with death.
instead of lying, gasping out there alone by himself. It's a judgment on him.
Shirt, towel, pencil case, Paris, sleeve button. Silver teaspoons, sugar tongs. Bill Curtin, you don't mean to say you took rings and all while he was lying there?
Yes, I do. But why not?
She was born to make her fortune.
She'll certainly do it.
I certainly shan't hold my hand when I can get anything in it by reaching out. For the sake of such a man as he was, I promise you.
He didn't die of catching anything, eh?
Don't be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I loiter about him for such things. You may look through that shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find a hole, nor a threadbare place. He lay in the dark, empty house without man, woman, or child near. A cat was staring at the door, and there was a sound of gnawing rats. What they wanted in the room with that, and why they were so disturbed, I do not dare think.
Spirit, I see that this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now.
I wish you could see how green a place this is. And I promise I will be here every Sunday. Mr. Scrooge's nephew, whom I had only met once, gave me his card and offered to see me. Now it wasn't so much as for what he could do for us, so much so as it was his own kind of way. That was quite genuine. It really seemed that he had known you and felt with us in some way. My child! My little child! I walk a little slower in the evenings now, my child, without you upon my shoulder.
This street is where my occupation is and has been for a length of time. I see the counting house. Let me behold what I shall be in days to come. The counting house is yonder. Why do you point away? Before I draw near to that which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things that may be, or are these the shadows of things that will be? Say thus what you show me. I was the man who lay upon the bed at home. No speech, you speech. I am not the man I was. I would not be the man I have been. Why show me this fine pastoral home? I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will try to keep it all here. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut up the lessons that they teach me. I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will try to keep it all here. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. Yes, the bed is my own, and the bed curtains are my own. The curtains are not torn down. They are here. I am here. The shadows of things that may have been will be dispelled. They will be. I know they will be. Why would they have shown me that I'm past all hope? I don't know much of anything. I don't know what taint is. All I do know is that I'm so happy to be away from the world of spirits. Here's the window in which I saw the wandering spirits. A Merry Christmas to the world, and a Happy New Year! The door in which I saw Jacob Marley and the spoon and basin that the saucepan was in. Everything is here just as it was. I am here. They are here. All I do know is that I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy. The shadows of things that may have been will be dispelled. I know they will be. That is quite the only thing I know. I am quite a baby.
Lord, bless me. My dear Mrs. Scrooge, are you serious?
If you please, and not walking mess. Will you do me that favor?
My dear sir, I don't know what to say to such.
Don't say anything. Will you come and see me again? Will you come?
We will!
Thank you. I am much obliged. I thank you 50 times. Bless you.
We went to church and walked about the streets and watched people journey in love.
Never heard that anyone, that anything could bring him so much happiness. He grabbed her over her head and questioned the beggars.
Down in the kitchen and up into the window. We found that every day revealed some fun. In the afternoon, he turned to step towards another house.
Where have you been?
It's Christmas.
Now I'll tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm about to raise your salary. A very merrier Christmas than I have given you for many a year.
And Scrooge was better than his word. For he was wise enough to know that nothing ever happened on his globe for good, and that everyone got the thrill of laughter on one side.
He had no further encounters with spirits.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well. May that truly be said of us all.
God bless us.
Everyone!
A Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Thank you guys so much for coming out to the GHS Theater and supporting us. We really appreciate it. I have a couple people I would like to thank. First, the people you may not see on stage, but play just as big a part are our crew: Jocelyn, Chris, Kylie Borsard, Will Gettinger, Camden Mathis, and Henry Jordan. And then in the lights and sound booth, Gavin Swank and Jen Wynn. We really appreciate them. If you'd like to make your way to the stage, we'd like to show our appreciation with some flowers and a little gift to you. We really appreciate him. He's been dealing with all of us teenagers for the past 3 months, and it has not been easy. He has molded us into our characters and given us several notes to try and make the show what it is. So
And
really-
also, can Miss Becky come up to the stage?
yes, Miss Becky. For one of our cast members, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little iffy. I'm like, oh, this lady's just kind of out of rehearsal, which is kind of odd. But she has become part of the casting crew. She has helped us out so much, like unbelievable. She was backstage
developed this show. They filled huge shoes, and they've done just a tremendous job, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Thank you.